Most reptile owners are feeding something that actually blocks calcium, and they don't even know it. And over time, that can lead to one of the most common and preventable diseases in reptiles. In this video, I'm going to show you the top 3 biggest mistakes reptile owners make when feeding greens and what you should feed instead, based on actual science. And stick with me because I'm going to give you a secret tip that most reptile owners never try that can make your reptile actually eat their greens. Hey, it's Connor with Reptile Microgreens, and if you've ever wondered what the best greens are for your reptile, this might completely change how you feed them. You see, here's the issue. Most people go to the store and grab what looks healthy and assume that it's good for their reptile. But here's the truth. Not all greens are created equal. Mistake number 1, spinach and high oxalate greens. Spinach, beet greens, Swiss chard. These contain something called oxalates, which can bind to calcium and literally stop your reptile from absorbing it. Mistake number 2, iceberg lettuce. Iceberg lettuce is basically water, like 96% water. So it fills them up, but gives them almost nothing there, as well as it can give them the runs, and it just doesn't have the nutrition that they'll need. So it's not recommended for your reptile. Mistake number 3, random mixes of greens. Most people don't realize that reptiles need a specific ratio of calcium to phosphorus, at least 2 to 1. And a lot of the most common vegetable mixes don't meet that, which slowly leads to calcium deficiency over time. And why this matters. This is why metabolic bone disease is one of the most common preventable diseases in reptiles. This is where things get interesting. Science has shown that microgreens are up to 4 to 40 times more nutrient dense than their mature vegetables, which means more calcium, more vitamins, more bioavailable nutrients per bite. So instead of feeding a big bowl of low nutrient greens, you can feed a small amount of something way more powerful. But here's what nobody talks about. Reptiles don't just need food. They need behavior. Most reptiles in the wild, they forage, they explore, they interact with their food. So instead of this, you can do this. A living microgreen tray triggers their natural instincts. And suddenly, they're not ignoring their food. They're engaging with it. And here's the kicker. Vegetable prices are rising. But microgreens, you can grow a full tray in 7 to 10 days for just a few dollars. So instead of constantly buying greens, you can grow them fresher, cheaper, and better. So if you're wondering, are microgreens safe for reptiles? Go ahead and take out your phone and text to the number 26786, like you're texting a new person. And put in the message, like you're gonna message someone, reptiles. And what this will do is it'll give you a nutritional chart that will allow you to figure out what's gonna be best for your reptiles, both for your microgreens and for the full mature vegetable. Take out your phone and text reptile to 26786. So now, what are some of the best microgreens that are safe for reptiles? Number 1 is collard. I absolutely love collards. I know Dart, my beardy, loves collards, and it's just such a great vegetable. And very easy for your reptile to eat in the microgreen stage, as well as easy for you to take care of. Number 2, mustard microgreens. Mustard is such a great one. It has that nice flavor palette. It's really great for your reptiles. Absolutely love it. Number 3 is turnip greens are really great for your reptile as well, and really good in the microgreen stage. And number 4, endive. This one tastes really bitter, and I would not recommend eating it personally. However, for reptiles, it is such a great vegetable, so powerful for your reptiles. And they don't seem to mind the extreme bitterness that comes with endive. And of course, avoid spinach microgreens and beet microgreens, as well as what you think of when you have the mature vegetable. Essentially, if you're like, I want to start growing microgreens, but I don't know what's going to be good for my reptiles, take out your phone or your computer and go and type in, can my reptile have XYZ vegetable? And then if they can have it in the vegetable version, they can have it in the microgreen form. because microgreens are just baby vegetables of that plant. So you think of the seed, then you have the sprout, then you have the microgreen. We're eating it at day 7. So it's still the same kind of plant because eventually it would grow into that mature plant, but you're eating it at the stage where it's the most nutrient dense. So think of a chicken and an egg. The egg is more nutrient dense because it has to grow a whole chicken. Same with your microgreens. It's going to have to grow a whole plant. So that's why eating it at this stage is so powerful. So if you're already feeding your reptile collards, for example, then continue feeding them collards, but make it collard microgreens every so often. And you'll see a huge difference in your reptiles. I know I did when I started feeding Dart. She went from low energy to having high energy. And quite honestly, I have more energy when I eat microgreens as well. All right, I'm going to give you that secret tip that most reptile owners never try. It's not about what you feed. It's about when you feed it. Try feeding your reptile first thing in the morning, before anything else. And why this works is because reptiles in the wild don't wake up and get a buffet. They wake up and the first thing they do is they go find food. So when you feed your greens first, you're catching them at their highest hunger level, which means they're way more likely to eat them. And if you combine them with something like microgreens, now you've got fresh, nutrient-dense, and behavior-triggering food. This one shift alone can completely break a salad strike in a few days. So if you've been feeding your reptile spinach, lettuce, random greens, you're not alone. But now you know, and now you can make a change. So if you want a full feeding guide, text the word reptile to 26786. I'll send you a free feeding sheet and put you in my microgreen masterclass. I've been growing microgreens for over 14 years, so it's everything I've learned from starting out, learning all the basics, and to now being able to grow for restaurants and reptiles. So definitely take it. It is so worth it, and it's completely complimentary for you. So you can start feeding your reptile the right way. So text the word reptile to 26786. And if you've made it this far, drop a comment. What does your reptile refuse to eat? I read every single one, and I might make a video just for you. So if some of these vegetables blew your mind and you had no idea that that wasn't good for your reptile, then you might be wondering what other myths are there that I completely missed. So go ahead and check out this video, and I'll see you there.